Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tim, and welcome to another Indie Friday. I've got a special game coming out today on Steam, and because of a lovely review code given by Adult Swim Games, thank you guys very much, I'm able to bring you a look at a game in a timely fashion for once. Now then, where was I? Oh yeah, Jazzpunk. Welcome to a drug-fueled Cold War tribute to spy tales of yore, such as Naked Gun, Hot Shots, and even a little dash of Spy Hard thrown in for good measure. This game was developed by a Canadian two-man team, Necrophone Games, comprised of Luis Hernandez and Jess Browse, and is a first-person point-and-click adventure mystery game of sorts. You are a member of the Jazzpunks, a secret spy organization that operates out of a run-down train car in Darlington Station. And after perusing the articles, you are invited inside to meet the chief. He gives you an important task and a prescription to mission all before retiring to the wine cellar. Okay, so clearly before we move on any further, there's one thing we have to address here. This game's kinda weird. But it's the good kind of weird, like when you get to hack away at pizza zombies with a cutter and a paddle, making your way to a haunted pizza cabinet, or degousing pigeons, or watching amoebas do the dirty. All side quests that may or may not provide some benefit to finishing the mission. What I mean is, during the level where you have to tail the cowboy to his favorite sushi restaurant in order to recover a multi-billion-dollar kidney, that's a hell of a sentence. You can help a shop owner clear her place of flies for a swatter that helps escape at the end of a level much easier. Of course, you don't know about that unless you've either played through the game once before, or if you take your time and explore thoroughly the first time through. Even then, there are no direct prompts ever really telling you the proper path to take. The game leaves you to your wits. And though it isn't incredibly difficult or puzzling necessarily, it does require a bit of looking around in order to find everything. There are 6 proper missions to play through, which might seem relatively light. And if you were to run straight from the beginning of the level to the most obvious way to clear it, you'd probably be able to finish the game in 2 to 4 hours. But inside each level are enough secrets, references, and side tasks that it warrants a much more thorough investigation than just running straight to the obvious. The more you explore this game, the more you'll find it has to offer. And while not all of it will advance you in the story, it's all done with a cheek and humor that's nothing short of delightful. I mean, why wouldn't you want to see that? The art style and the character model design work well together, and it creates a game that's simple yet interesting. And oddly expressive, considering there are few actual moving parts, so to speak. But the thing that I enjoy about this game the most is the fact that it actually does have multiple ways to progress through most things. I mean, to bypass the facial recognition software in the Russian embassy, you can either use a portrait of the lead scientist, or a painting of the mainframe, or even register yourself as...
Welcome back, Dr. Buckley.
There are tons of things to click on and discover, and half the fun becomes trying to find all the things to interact with. There are a few collectibles littered throughout the game as well, VCR tapes hidden in random places. But as with most of the best stuff in the game, it's very easily overlooked by someone who just wants to run straight through the objectives. Which they do give you a list of in the menu should you ever get distracted and forget what you're supposed to be doing. You master spy, you. And without giving too much away, from there you travel the world, stopping over in a Hawaiian resort, which leads you to an encounter with the antagonist, the editor, and his partner, the lady in red. And from there you find your way out of the Matrix and right into the editor's swinging bachelor pad. And from there the game just keeps getting weirder. But the thing about Jazzpunk is that at its core, it's a very weird game. I mean, here we have Xavier Esperanto, a billionaire who wants us to spray him in the face with artificial cheddar-flavored insulation foam. And of course, if he happens to sound familiar, that's because he's voiced by the escapist and Jimquisition's Jim Sterling. And because it's filled to the brim with random silliness, it's easy to dismiss it as a series of hallways requiring arbitrary and random tasks to advance. But there's a lot more to it than that. This game is not an elaborate mansion. It's more like an intricately designed ranch home. From the front, it might not look that impressive, but once you're inside, you see just how much care was put into every detail. It's an Adult Swim game through and through. And if you're a fan of the non-sequitorial, self-referential humor set in an alternate reality that invites you to get all up in its insides, then A, that's an oddly specific thing for you to have a craving for, and B, you're in luck, because Jazzpunk might be the first game for you. I won't do this game the disservice of giving anything else away. The other half of that fun that I mentioned, it's all in the journey. It currently has a special promotion on Steam, available until Valentine's Day, 20% off or $11.99, as well as a DRM-free version on Necrophone's main website. And thank you so much for watching, everyone. You'll find all the relevant linkages down below, And as always, we'll see you next time.